Before this story begins, pause for just a second, because if you've ever believed that kindness can come from the most unexpected places, or that one small moment can change an entire life, you're going to want to stay until the very end. And if stories like this move you, inspire you, or make you see the world a little differently, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps these stories reach hearts that need them. Now, let me ask you something. What if the most powerful man in the room was silenced by a single bite of food? The billionaire had dined in the finest restaurants across Paris, Tokyo, Dubai, and New York. Private chefs competed for his approval. Michelin stars meant nothing to him anymore. Food had become fuel, not feeling. So when he stepped into the quiet, slightly worn family restaurant on a rainy evening, only because his driver took a wrong turn, he never expected anything memorable. The place smelled of warm bread and old memories, the kind you don't realize you miss until they return. He took a seat by the window, glanced at the modest menu, and ordered the daily special without much thought. The waitress who took his order was young, maybe mid-20s, with tired eyes and a polite smile that seemed practiced through hardship. Her name tag read, Elena. She nodded respectfully, wrote down the order, and disappeared into the kitchen. To him, she was invisible, just another face in a long life of faces. When the dish arrived, steam curled into the air, carrying a scent that stopped him cold. His hand froze mid-reach. The aroma wasn't just familiar, it was impossible. Slowly, he lifted the fork, took a bite, and the world he had built over decades cracked open. His chest tightened, his vision blurred, the restaurant noise faded into silence. This dish, this exact taste, had not existed since his childhood. He slammed the fork down, startling nearby tables, and stood abruptly. His voice, usually calm and controlled in boardrooms worth billions, trembled as he spoke. Who made this dish? The room went quiet. The manager hurried over, confused and nervous. Is something wrong, sir? Who? The billionaire repeated, louder now, made this dish? From the kitchen doorway, Elena slowly stepped out, wiping her hands on her apron. Her face drained of color. I did, she said softly. I'm sorry if. Where did you learn this recipe? He asked, his eyes locked on hers. She hesitated. My mother taught me. She passed away a few years ago. The billionaire's breath caught. His legs weakened, and he sat back down heavily. Your mother, he whispered. What was her name? Elena Alvarez, she replied. At that moment, something in him broke completely. Tears, real, unfiltered tears, fell from the face of a man the world called ruthless. That dish, he said, barely able to speak, was made by my mother. No one else in the world knew how to cook it that way. No one. The restaurant held its breath as Elena stared at him, confused and shaken. That's impossible, she said. My mother was an orphan. She worked as a housekeeper when she was young. The billionaire nodded slowly. She worked for my family. When I was 8 years old. She cooked for me when my parents were never home. When no one else cared if I ate or not. The memories poured out of him. Long nights alone in a mansion, the warmth of a kitchen light, a woman humming softly while she cooked, calling him, "Mi niño," and telling him he mattered. One night, she was simply gone. Fired without explanation. His parents never spoke of her again. I spent my life becoming someone impossible to ignore, he said. Because the only person who ever saw me, vanished. Elena covered her mouth, tears streaming down her face. She used to hum while she cooked. She whispered. She called me, Mi niña. She told me stories about a sad little boy who deserved better. The billionaire stood, walked around the table, and without caring who was watching, gently embraced her. In that moment, wealth meant nothing. Power meant nothing. Two broken timelines had finally collided. Over the following weeks, their lives slowly intertwined. He learned Elena was struggling, working double shifts, caring for her younger brother, drowning in medical bills. Without pity, without arrogance, he offered help. Not money at first, but opportunity. He funded her culinary education, not as a charity, but as an investment in her talent. He visited the restaurant often, not as a billionaire, but as a man relearning how to feel. But challenges didn't disappear overnight. Elena battled self-doubt, convinced she didn't belong in elite culinary spaces. He faced public scrutiny when rumors spread about his sudden attachment to a waitress. His board questioned his judgment. Old habits tried to reclaim him. Then came the turning point. At a charity gala attended by the most powerful people in the world, he made an unexpected announcement. Instead of unveiling a new tech empire or investment fund, he introduced Elena to the stage. "This woman," he said, "reminded me of who I was before success taught me to forget. Tonight, the meal you'll eat is prepared by her. Not because of her past, but because of her heart." The dish she served was the same one that started it all. The room rose in a standing ovation. Elena's restaurant eventually expanded, not into a chain, but into a haven. A place where people felt seen. Where food told stories. The billionaire didn't put his name on it. He didn't need to. Years later, when asked in an interview what his greatest investment had been, he smiled and said, "A question I was brave enough to ask: who made this dish?" Because sometimes, the smallest moments carry the deepest truths. Sometimes, the people serving us quietly are the ones who save us. And sometimes, all it takes to change a life is noticing. If this story touched you, reminded you of your own memories, or made you believe a little more in human connection, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. You never know which story might change your life next.